Now, with the reference to this, you can understand object. An object, already I told you, it is the named memory location. Actually, if you already learn C family of languages, suppose in C, how it is stored? This is 25 and this is age. Suppose this is C declaration. You can imagine like this. Age is associated to this memory location, its type is associated and value is stored. But in Python, being an object oriented language, this is totally different. As I told you already, this you put in this is C type and all that, you keep in a different compartment. You should not be disturbed. Your C knowledge should not disturb Python learning. That point you understand. Now, what happens? How object is created in Python? Let us see. Now, age 25 you write. As I told you, you need not define the data type. In C, you are putting a semicolon here. That also you need not do. Like a natural language you can write. Then what happens? Age 25 and int. This is the object. Actually, you have to imagine it like this. The memory picture is like this. Actually, this is the real object. So, we cannot give a name to that. If you don't give a name, how can we retrieve that? So, name is given separately. This is like a kite. Now you see kite. Kite means paper part of kite. Can you play with that without a string? You cannot play. That's why you want a string. By using a string only you play the kite. Understand? Here this model you understand. This is the real object. In the object only the value we store. Depending on the value its type is defined. And like a string of the kite, here one reference variable is required. This is age. Using age with this, we connect it. That's why it is called reference variable. Reference variable, that point always you remember. Always this is the object. Whenever we are using object, name object, then this should strike to your brain. Actually, for understanding only. Thereafter, in C how you are using this, here also for retrieving this value, you are using age only. But you must aware of this fact, how it is stored and all that. Okay, here now this is 3 characteristics. In the previous concept I explained to you. It is a memory location, named memory location. Actually, here 3 characteristics are there. One is ID, second one is type, third one is value. For every object, these are the 3 basic characteristics by ID. ID is not only name, it indirectly represents the memory location. Thereafter, this is an object, this is a real thing. In that, a value is stored, this is a value. Depending on the nature of the value, its type is defined. With reference to this declaration, let us understand the 3 characteristics of an object in detail. What are the 3 characteristics? First one is ID, second one is type, third one is value. ID. ID means you can understand as identity or name. With reference to this, what is the ID? Age. Age is the ID, it is the name. And what it is doing? It references to the real object. What is the real thing? This is the real thing. In a kite, what is the real thing? The paper part is the real thing. Here, this is the real thing. So, what it is doing? it references to a memory location. This is the memory location. It references to a memory location. So, using this, we can retrieve this value, and we can retrieve the memory location, or that what we know, what you call address, memory address of this object. That you understand, that is ID. Next one is type. Actually, type means in detail data type. Data type is very core, not only in Python, in every programming language. The only difference between Python and other languages is data type is determined by the Python. We need not explicitly write. Whereas in all other languages, we have to specifically, explicitly write the corresponding data type. If you give 25, then Python determines it as int. If you give 25.5, it determines its type is float. Now, what is the importance? Why so much importance to data type? Data type is very core, because data type determines which values are accepted for that. Second one is which type of operations are allowed. Two things are determined by data type. Now we see, in this case specifically, what is the type? Int. Int is the type. As far as int is concerned, what do you mean by int? Int means int represents whole numbers. It may be negative values, negative whole numbers, 0 as well as positive whole numbers. That's why it defines a group of numbers in that category. Suppose if it is float, float means fractional numbers, fractional numbers. So here type and which type of operations are allowed. Actually, if you take any integer value, which type of operations are allowed? All arithmetical operations are allowed. Relational means comparison operations are allowed. Logical operations are allowed, and later you know that bitwise operations are allowed. So depending on the data type and which operations are allowed also decide. So data type determines two factors. One is which type of values it accepts, and second one, which type of operations it allows. Okay, that is the importance of type. Thereafter, in the object, whatever value we want to store, that is stored. But in Python, the value determines the type. We need not explicitly give. So that we have to understand. Now, as far as names are concerned, also this is called variable or object reference variable. It refers all the object reference variable, or simply it is named as variable. Variable means you understand it refers to this. This is the arrow, you know, this is object reference. This is what it is doing, this arrow, it is referring to the object. That's why you call it as object reference. What you call object reference variable, or simply call it as a variable. And what you call, this is the real thing. From the beginning I am telling you, what is the real thing? This is the real thing. This is the object. This is the type. Type means data type. In this manner you have to understand. And we see it little deeper. Little deeper. Now these are three cases you see. Now I have declared three variables. One is A, second one is B, third one is C. With reference to this you understand. So A's value 123 and B's value 45. I have given two variables are defined. As far as C is concerned, I didn't explicitly assign any value. Indirectly I have given value. What is that? C is equal to A plus B. Actually, when you are adding two integers, which value is which type of value is generated? Obviously integer. So here in this case 123 plus 45. What is generated? What is the sum of that? 168. What is the type of 168? Int. That's why the type of int should be int. that is determined by Python. So, regarding objects, these are the basic information one must have. Then only these all points one by one we have to learn. At one point of time we can have complete information in our mind, and that what I call owning the concept. Then only you will be very comfortable in programming. The one thing I am suggesting you, in programming you have to learn everything in a piecemeal manner. Don't try to swallow everything overnight, because all these elements are interlinked and interconnected and interdependent also. That's why gradually in phased manner, whatever you study, that extent you own it. You own it. Thereafter, little more advancement is there. Then you add to the current knowledge. In this way, every time you have to update your knowledge in programming studies.